Hi, it's Scott, ROCKFILE, back with another podcast review for you. Let's talk about the new 2026 film, Project Hail Mary. Another excellent book by Andy Weir, the guy who wrote The Martian. Another great screenplay from Drew Goddard, the guy who wrote the movie The Martian. And Phil Lord and Christopher Miller, who's directed some great hit movies, all came together to give Ryan Gosling his big box office hit. Project Hail Mary, great movie. Probably one of the best ones I've seen this year. Well, easily. I had a blast in the theater. It's 2.5 hours long, and it just flew by. It's about an astronaut who wakes up. Well, it's about a gentleman who wakes up at a ship, and he doesn't know who he is or why he's there. He's in a spaceship. It turns out he's a science teacher. There's some bad things going on with the sun getting robbed of its energy, and they send him to investigate. It's two stories told at the same time, and that's really hard to do in a lot of movies, but they nail it here. It jumps back and forth between before the flight and what's going on during the flight. Obviously, there have been some spoiler stuff out there already. I'll stay away from that. I will just say that it's everything you'd want a blockbuster to be. I sat in the theater like a little kid once again because I read the book a while back, audiobook a while back. Kind of wanted to go in as cold as I possibly could. I remembered the math, and there's a lot more to the book, but I think they made some changes and did some really great things to make the movie as great as it was. I really enjoyed Ryan Gosling's performance. I enjoyed everybody else in the film. It's pretty much the Ryan show. There are other actors in here, and they do a great job, but it's mostly Ryan for most of the film. No green screens were used. Greg Fraser did the cinematography. He's the guy that worked on the last couple of Dune movies and many others. The movie looks freaking fantastic. Practical effects, a big set that Ryan could bounce around in, the ship that's on its journey, the flashbacks to modern time or before the trip gives us more and more background. These two things finally merge into a big ending. I think some of it is a little stretched credibility like The Martian did, but on the other hand, a lot of it is some of the most realistic science fiction that's ever been on screen. Watched an interview over the weekend with an astrophysicist who interviewed Ryan Gosling, and he immediately apologized for getting some things wrong. But they did have people on set that help him get the science right. I think, obviously, when you make a book into a movie, you're going to have to take out some of the math and some of the internal talking, but make some changes to make it cinematic. It has a very crowd-pleasing ending. Everybody walked out of the theater happy. A lot of people were going to go see it again. I'm ready to pre-order it. I will watch it again when it comes out on home video later this year. Don't know what else I can say about it. It's almost a perfect blockbuster movie, as kind of like The Martian was. In some ways, this is better. In some ways, this is different. But if you enjoyed The Martian and some heavy science fiction films like that, you're going to enjoy this one very much so. I think it all plays out as it should. The story is a great story. The book was fantastic. The audiobook's fantastic. And now you have a movie as a companion. Project Hail Mary, one of the best movies so far this year. I hope it makes a lot of money. So it had about a $240 million budget, about 200 gross. Needs to make quite a bit of money, but it made $140 million in its opening weekend, already placing it as number 9, the 9th highest grossing film of the year so far in its opening weekend. If it hangs out for about another month, it should make more than its money back and maybe be one of the big box office hits of the year. If you haven't seen it yet, go see it. I've avoided spoilers, so you will be entertained. And for those that have read the book, there are enough changes in there that keep things interesting for you. Some things might be better, depending on your opinion. But check it out. Project Hail Mary is playing everywhere right now. It is everything everybody says it was. 94% on Rotten Tomato. I think audience is like 96%. Everybody likes this movie. It's hard not to like the movie. It does everything right. So Project Hail Mary, go see it. Go see it a second time and enjoy. Scott and ROCKFILE, more podcasts are on the way. Please like, share, and subscribe, and have a spectacular day.